Hello everybody, this is grade 10, sine and cosine and tangent of any angles. That's page 479. Page 479. Let's start by this. Okay, these are the axes, x and y axis. Okay, this is first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. So this is first quarter, this is second, this is third, and this is fourth. Let's start with the first quarter. Okay, first quarter, this is the hypotenuse. This is the value 1, and this is the value 1. This is the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is considered rotating on the whole circle. So this is 90, 180, 270, and 360. You know the full circle is 360. So the hypotenuse will start to rotate. This angle theta. Okay? If we take a look here, this is x-axis, and this is the y-axis, of course. This is the y-axis. So the cosine is the adjacent to the angle. We said before, cosine is the adjacent of the angle. So this is the cosine. And sine is the opposite to the angle. This is the sine. So this is cosine theta. And this is sine theta. So this one is the cosine and this one is the sine. And we know the tangent is equal to the sine over the cosine. Let's consider now, just take the cosine. This is when the angle is less than 90, we are in the first quarter, cosine will be positive, okay? So cosine theta, if theta less than 90, cosine theta, okay? The angle is less than 90. Cosine theta is in the positive sign, so cosine theta is positive. Alright, and also the sine theta, the y-axis, is positive, and also sine theta equal positive. So tan theta equal, as we know before, tan theta equal opposite over the adjacent. Opposite over the adjacent, as we had before, which is sine over theta over cosine theta, which is positive divided by positive. So the tangent is positive. So tangent is positive too. So all of them positive. Sine, cosine, and tan are positive on the first quarter. Take a look at it before we erase it, and we will go to the next. Okay, we have to mention this one is 1, okay? So, okay, we'll erase now. And let's take a look at when the angle theta is 0 and when the angle theta is 90. We said this one is 1. This is the hypotenuse, we call it R. Okay, R or HR. Okay, here theta is 0. It's not rotating, so theta is equal to 0. It will be the value of 1. And this will be the cosine. So cosine 0, theta is equal to 0. Theta equal 0. So cosine 0 equal to 1. This is the maximum value. And sine 0, you see it here, it's here on the x-axis, it has no y-axis, so sine 0 is equal to 0. Now let's consider the other case, when the angle is 90. This is R, okay? This is R. Maximum value is 1, okay? This is the length of the hypotenuse, 1. Okay, so here, okay, here the x-axis has no value. Okay, it's all perpendicular. So x no zero, no is 0. So cosine 90 equal 0 and sine 90 equal 1. Take a look at it before I erase, okay? Just take a look at it. For example, let's take a look at this one here. We're still in the first quarter, okay? This is R, this is theta, and this is 1, and this is the maximum is 1, okay? And this is the cosine theta, and this value here is the sine theta, okay? For example, suppose that we have, for example, R equal any, okay, for example, R equal 15, okay, and theta equal to sine, okay, theta equal to 30. We have this x-axis, the x equal to, this is x, and this is y. You know that we had that before. X equal to 15, theta equal to 15, okay, x equal to 15 cosine 30, and y equal 15 sine 30. And you can determine what's x, but x will be positive, x is, okay, equal positive value, and y equal positive value, and tan theta, which is sine 30 divided by cosine 30 is equal to positive. Check the values with your calculator and you can tell what's x, y, and tangent theta. This is, we are on the first quarter. Now, if the hypotenuse OR kept rotating, it will go to the second quarter. Take a look before I erase so I can go to the second quarter. Now R is rotating. But let's take a look before we get to the second quarter. When it's equal to 90. Alright, it stopped here, okay. So we know that cosine 90, this is 1, equal 1, cosine 90 equals 0, because this is sine, okay, and sine 90 equal 1. This is when R kept rotating, when it reached to 90 degrees. But now it will get into the second quarter. This is the direction of rotation. Counterclockwise. Let's go to get into the other quarter, second quarter. We'll get into the second quarter like that. This R will get here. It kept rotating from here till here, okay? This is 1, this is 1, this is of course minus 1, minus x, and this is of course minus y, minus 1. It kept rotating. It rotated like this. This is 120. Okay? So this angle, how much is this angle, guys? This angle here, between the y-axis and the hypotenuse, is 30. This is 90 plus 30, that's 120. Okay, 90 plus 30, that's 120. Let's consider this now. If we now consider this, okay, we would say, okay, on your calculator you press cosine 90, cosine 120. If you do it in your calculator, it will be minus 0.5. Okay, that's good. Because in the second quarter, cosine will be negative. This is the cosine. Okay, just like this. This is the cosine theta, and this is the sine theta. This is the sine and this is the cosine. So it will be minus 5. So in the second quarter, cosine theta is negative. Cosine, okay, if theta, okay, bigger than 90 and less than 180. This is second quarter. This is second quarter. Alright? If theta is bigger than 90, okay, and less than 90, cosine theta will be, okay, it will be on the negative x-axis, so cosine theta is negative. Cosine theta equal negative. Alright, we understood this. Now let's go to the sine theta. Sine theta, you will see it clearly here is positive on the second quarter. Okay, so, and sine theta equal positive. And tangent theta, tan equal sine over cosine, which is positive divided by negative is equal negative. So tan theta is negative. So tan theta equal negative. Understood this? Please now I have to erase it. Take a look at it. Very careful and let me erase it. So this is negative, positive, and this is negative. So cosine negative, this is cosine, sine positive, and tan is negative too. Let me erase it and we will talk a little bit about it and try to analyze it in more details. Now we are in the second quarter. Okay, but if we take a look at this small triangle here with the angle 30, okay, cosine theta, we said it's cosine 120 and we said it's minus 0.5. But isn't, if you look at it, okay, just take a look at this triangle, okay, this small triangle with 30 angle, with 30 degrees, okay, this one, which is cosine theta, from up to here, which is the same thing like here, it's alright, you can see, wow, this is sine 30. Is it? Okay, now we said it's 100, okay, we said this is cosine 120. Is it equal to sine 30? We'll check our calculators. So is it sine 30 equal to cosine 120? Let me see, okay, sine, okay, sine 30. Alright, it's the same, alright, let me see it here, okay. They are equal, okay, they are equal. This one is minus 0.5, but this is 0.5. So they are equal, but we have to add the negative sign because we are in the second quarter. So it's exactly, it's sine 30, but it has to be with negative sign. So I add negative sign, and they will be the same. So sine 30, so they are the same. This is how we can take a look at it. Let's go to the, okay, you can do the analysis again if you are considering, okay, alright, this could be also, this angle is 60. I could say that cosine 120 is equal to cosine 60. We can analyze like that. But take a look, and I will go to the third quarter, which is above 180 and less than 100 and less than 270. Okay, let me go to, okay, have you seen? We erase it and go to the third quarter, please. Let's go to third quarter. This is R to start to rotate up to here, okay? This is third quarter. Let's pick up this, let's say this is, okay, theta third quarter, theta is above than 180 and less than 270. Don't forget, this is 1, this is minus 1, and this is minus 1, and this is 1. So, by the way, at 180, cosine theta is equal to minus 180 is minus 1. Cosine 180 equal to minus 1. Okay? Let's move now. Let's say this angle is 210. 210. We can see that we are on this region with x negative and y negative. So cosine theta is negative and sine theta is negative. Okay? Okay, for this range, okay, it's bigger than 180, less than 270. This is up to here 270. So we say that cosine theta equal negative, sine theta equal negative, and tan theta will be sine over cosine. Sine over cosine will be negative over negative, so it will be positive. These are the signs of all of them. Alright, this is 100 to 110. Okay, what's this angle here? This angle is 30, of course. This is 180, so this one is 30. Let's now think of it. Now I will just take a look, I would erase it. Okay, for theta equal 210, we are in the third quarter with negative sine, negative cosine, and positive tan. So we say that let's use our calculator. Cosine 210 equal minus 0.86. Okay, but this one here, okay, this is cosine is the x-axis usually, okay, which is this value here. This is cosine theta. If we are talking 210, that's what you get in your calculator. But let's analyze it again. Wow, isn't this the same thing as cosine 30? The adjacent to 30, if you take a look at it, this is the hypotenuse, this is the right angle. So this is the adjacent to the angle theta. So I can say this is cosine theta. Cosine theta, which theta? Theta 30. Is it that cosine 30 equal to 0.86 again? That's true. If you do it, you calculate it. But you have to fix the sign. Because if you consider it here, you have to consider now we are on the negative sign. On the negative sign. This is the x-axis on the negative side. So this has to have a negative sign. So we can say that cosine 210 is equal the same as cosine 30, but with the negative sign, 0.86. This is what we have about third quarter. Take a look at it, please, before I erase. You could also, by the way, please try to do it with your own hands. This angle is 60, okay? Consider this one here. This one would be considered cosine theta, cosine 30. If you look at it this way, it will be sine 60. Is it cosine 30 equal to sine 60? Is it cosine? Okay, question here. Okay, is cosine 30 equal to sine 60? It should be equal, because sine 60, if you look at this, this is 60, sine 60 is this one here. This one here is the same, this one here, but this is cosine 30, and this is sine 60. Is it, are they equal? Check them with your own calculator, and you will see. This is how you analyze everything, and you will not make mistakes when you solve a problem, if you understand this very well. Let's go now to the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, we are on this quarter here. Angle theta is this one, okay, up to here is 270. So we are more than 270. From 270, 360. By the way, at 270, okay, we will go to it in the next graph. Let's take a look here. This is 270. We can see that we have, okay, we have no x-axis, 0. So we can say that cosine 270 equals 0. But sine 270, this is goes to minus 1. Minus 1 equal minus 1. Go further. Go more than 270. Get into the fourth quarter. Take a look at this before I erase, please. Let me go into another fourth quarter. Now we will go to the fourth quarter. What is it, fourth quarter? Fourth quarter, that's if theta is bigger than 200, theta bigger than 270, less than 360. You can do it like this: 270 is less than theta, less than 360, if you're using qualities. Okay, let's choose a value bigger than 270, but less than 360. We'll pick up, for example, 300. Okay, 90, 180, 270, and then we have this as 30. And here let's 60. This is 1, minus 1, minus 1, and 1. This is how it rotates. This is the hypotenuse, and this is the direction of rotation. Okay. See, because this one is, how much is this angle here? This is 300. The whole angle is 300. So let's get cosine 300. Cosine 300 is equal to 0.5. But isn't the signal right? The sign, is it right? Is it positive? Yes. The cosine is in the positive side. This is the cosine, the x-axis. This is its x-axis. Same here or here. Okay, we are in the positive side. I agree with that. Alright, but let me see the sine theta. Sine 300 equal minus 0.86. Yes, we got the negative sign. We agree with you, because this is its sign here, which is in the man's direction. So the signs are right, positive and negative. Let's just go into a little bit of details, just a little bit to explain it, okay? Let's talk about angle 30. Take a look now before I erase. Or I come right here, okay? Look at here. This angle here, this sine 30, okay? This one we said it's sine 300, okay? Is equal minus 8.6, okay? Okay, but this one, if we take a look at this angle here, 30, this should be cosine 30. Is it cosine 30 equal to sine 300? Okay, this triangle here, it could be either we can consider it cosine 30 or sine 300. Are they equal? Let me see. Cosine 30. This will be minus 0.8, minus 0.86. Now cosine 300 equal 0.5. Equal 0.5. Cosine 300 equal 0.5. This is equal to 0.5 and cosine 30 is equal to 0.52. And cosine 30, cosine 300, cosine 300, which is this one here, which is, no, this is should be cosine 30, right? Right. Alright, how much is cosine 30? It's equal to 0.86. Cosine 300, is it equal? No, this should be sine 30. This one is sine 30, sorry. This is sine 30. Are they equal? Yes. Sine 30 here is equal to 0.52. So both of them are positive, and that's what we expect. Sine 30 is we're in the positive region, and they are both of them positive. This is all about the rotation of the hypotenuse. Please take a look at it before we erase it. Please. Now let's go into page number 480. Page 480. Page 480. We'll take a look at the waves. Okay? He said so, like this. This is 0. Alright, we said that the maximum value for sine theta is plus 1 and the negative, okay? So this should be 1 when this is at the angle sine, okay, sine 90 equal to 1. Alright, sine 90 equal to 1. Okay, as we said, okay, sine 90 equal to 1. Alright, and this is minus 1. Okay, alright, let's go. Okay, for example, it's waves, okay, as a wave, okay. The wave, okay, sine 0 is equal, look at here, sine 0 equals 0, okay. While at this point here, its angle is 0, but it starts to increase, okay. At sine 90 equal to 1, or sine 90 is pi over 2, pi is 180, equal to 1. So this is 90, or pi over 2, and we will see it how it will go. So it will go to 1. Okay. Then this is the sine, okay? This is the sine wave. At 180, okay? Sine, okay, so at 180, we know that the sine will go to sine, okay, sine 90, okay, sine 180 equals 0. Okay? Sine 180 equal to 0. But cosine 180 equal to 1. Cosine 180 equal to 1. We will go like this. This is cosine, okay? Right, so it will go like this. 180. This is 180. Okay? So we said that sine, okay, it's sine, we are talking about the sine, we don't care about the cosine. Now, it's 180, it's 0. Okay, but at 170, how much is it? 170, the sine is equal, okay? sine 270 equal minus 1. Just take a look at the previous page. Okay, so let's say this is 270. We'll go like this. This is 270. It will go to minus 1. And okay, sine 2 pi or 360 equal 0, which is as sine 0 exactly. Okay, so it will go like this, and this is 360, and the sine wave will keep just moving like that. Okay, in the same manner. Okay, please take a look at this a little bit. Take a little time to just look at it. Let's go now to the sine wave, cosine wave. Now we had this. Cosine wave. We have the axis, the x-axis, and the y-axis. We know that cosine 0 equal 1, cosine 90 equal 0. Alright, so cosine 0, this is 0. Cosine 0 equal to 1. Oh, so this is the 1. So the angle starts here, but it will go down when it gets 90. It will go down to 0. This is 90 degrees. So it's going like that. It will go like that.